later.
All right, hi guys, thanks for stopping by. The number one question that I get asked every time someone finds out that I'm a voice actor is how do you get into voiceover? So I did a video on how to get into the business, the things that you're going to want to consider, the things that you're going to need, and where to look. And then I did a video on the equipment and studio setup that you're going to need. And the next step to the equation is going to be your demo. And you have to have a demo to get started. That's what you're sending over as a calling card when you're marketing yourself to your clients. So today we're going to focus on how to make a commercial demo for your voice business. The first step is to think about the technical side of it. And that's going to mean that your demo shouldn't really exceed 1 minute in length. It could go over a little bit. Mine's about 1:15. And whenever I have an agent that asks for just the 60-second clip, I just hack off that last spot and then I'm down to the minute mark. But you want to be right around that area. That will consist of probably 5 spots. You might be able to stretch it to 6, but I would say 5 is a very comfortable number of spots to start with. Each one is going to be about 15 seconds. And the last thing that you're going to want to consider before jumping in and writing a script already is that you're not trying to be everything to everyone. You're likely just getting started, otherwise you would have gone to get a professional demo by now. So if you're just getting started, stick within your ballpark, what you're comfortable doing, what your demographic really is. So I'm not going to be trying to market myself to those big booming movie trailers at this moment, you know, and until I kind of expand my range. So stick with what you're most comfortable with to start. Step 2. Choosing your industries. So you want to break down the consumer market into manageable pieces so you can figure out what you want your spots to be. So you're going to think about the industry. You're going to think technology, food, retail, fitness if you're into fitness, food delivery services if that's what you're into. My commercial demo consists of beauty. I did an Ulta spot. I like animals, so I did a Chewy commercial. Fitbit, that's technology and it's sports. The things that you're interested in are going to be naturally your demographic that you would be speaking to. So that's how you should think about it. And once you have your industries decided, then you're going to think of companies that you like within those industries and probably pick them to do a spot. Step 3, writing your script. This is going to be the tricky part because you're not a script writer, and where do you start? So here are some things that might get you started on that track to know how to write your script. Each of your spots is going to be about 15 seconds, so you want the word count on each script to be about 40 to 45 words. They're just going to be very small, short snippets. Then you want to consider what those companies are actually advertising at this moment. You want your demo to sound new and current and familiar whenever you're sending it around. So if I'm doing a spot on Ulta, I'm going to go to their website, look up what their promotions are, look up what their specials are, and get ideas of the things that they are actually selling to write my script around. Then I would encourage you to go listen to other spots on the radio, or maybe look up commercials, that these industries have done already, and figure out what you like about them, whether it's the tempo, whether it's the way that they sell the product, and that will inspire you with some ideas on how to get started with the product that you've chosen, from the company that you've chosen, from the industry that you've chosen. And if you can't stand the thought of writing your own script and you feel totally stuck or lost with it, you could always hop on a website like Fiverr, those freelancing service websites, and hire someone to do it for you if that's what you want to do. Step 4, you're going to study your script. Look it over, figure out the tempo and the pacing and the emotion, maybe the music that you're thinking might pair well with a spot like this. And you also want to keep in mind that you want to have variety and versatility between your spots. Maybe for me, I picked, kind of the upbeat, bright girl next door tempo for my Ulta spot, which is what a lot of clients like. They like that emotion, that type of delivery, that type of pacing.
It's okay to make it all about you, especially when it comes to pampering yourself. Reveal your most radiant, silky soft skin and kissable lips. With a trio of products from Bare Haven, Bare Minerals, and Gen Nude. The Treat Yourself 3-piece All About You kit. Only at Ulta.
And then right after that, I think I paired it with a very, very deep, slightly dramatic, inner thoughts type of piece that contrasted nicely with something that was so upbeat and bright.
Make that final climb. Walk the extra mile. Stretch a little further.
So you want to keep that in mind. What are your ranges? What are the tones that you're good with? And try to write the scripts according to those different tones. Step 5 is going to be the actual recording, and obviously you're making this yourself, so you're going to be recording it yourself, directing yourself, criticizing your own performance yourself, and that's a lot to take on. So be gentle with yourself, take your time, there's no rush. You don't even have to get it all in one take. This is your time to kind of practice, you know, getting in your comfortable zone, figuring out what you need, figuring out what works. So you're gonna record, and don't just record and record and record. Record, listen back, think about it, think about what you might change, take your time with it, because this is supposed to be your best work compiled together of what you can deliver. So this is your most valuable product that you're going to be marketing around to agents and clients. Step 6 is sound effects and music. So this is where the gold mining comes in. It's gonna take you quite a while to find all the sound effects you want. If you want it to sound like there's a car crashing into something for one of your spots, or if you need to give more natural ambient sounds to a different spot, you're going to want to look up specific sound effects. Or if you're just looking for the perfect track to pair with the emotion of the delivery that you gave, then you're going to take your time. So you could go through different avenues. There's soundblocks.com. I think it's called Artist.io. There's a ton of sound effects and music libraries that you can subscribe to. Or if you want to do it the cheapest way possible, you can look for royalty-free music and sounds on YouTube. And finally, step 7 is putting it all together. So as you're putting it together, keep in mind that the vast majority of people who are going to listen to your demo aren't going to listen past the first 6 to 8 seconds. So you want to put your best foot forward. I would suggest putting forward the track that features your normal speaking voice. People just want to know how you sound, what the timbre of your voice is, how resonant you sound, things like that. I wouldn't put your kind of goofy, caricature-y voice at the very front of your commercial demo. People just want to know what you sound like first. And then also when you're figuring out what order to put your spots in, you're going to want to show as much contrast between spots as possible. Someone's going to hear one tone, then they're going to say, okay, what's next? And the very next thing they want to hear is a totally different tone to see what range you have. Okay, well, I don't have anything else to suggest to you. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and all that stuff. Bye.